What's up, YouTube? Welcome into the 5 to 9 Hustle. It is I, Eric, your host, and bringing you a recent sales update video. I like to just pull up the last 25 items I've sold on eBay. No cherry picking, it's the good, the bad, and the ugly, so that you can see recent sales and maybe get an idea of some stuff that you might want to look for. So the first one is, let's butcher a pronunciation together, shall we? Oh, first, as always, we are brought to you by a sponsor, Terrapin Beer Company out of Athens, Georgia. This is the Hopsecutioner. It is a very hoppy IPA, as you can imagine. All right, this is Genku Tusuo, Count of Monte Cristo. It is a widescreen box set. It is anime. And anime, I mean, like everything else, there's plenty of it that is not worth a lot of money. There's plenty of it that's worth a lot of money. But anytime I see anime, whether book or even DVD, certainly VHS, I usually check it out. And this looked like I could get a little bit of money for it. Overpaid, in my opinion. A lot of my thrift stores in the area will do $1 per disc, so this cost me $6 or $5. But it went for $20, medium mail. And let me pull up my prices while I'm doing this to make sure I can inform you if I accepted an offer or something like that. There we go. Got it. Pardon the technical difficulties there. And it's thinking. Alright, so yes, anime, check it out. I've sold a good many books, and like I said, even DVDs, anime can have value, which is hard to find good value in DVDs these days. Alright, up next we've got a Calvin Klein necktie. This was new with tags. It is, it came in a lot of ties that I bought off Mercari. It was like 50 some ties that were all new with tags. And it did go for $14.95 free ship. We have another tie. The brand on this is Southern Proper, which is a brand, I think, out of Atlanta or someplace like that. Quite frequently, if you see the word Southern in a brand, it's not a bad idea to look it up. I've sold other things from this brand, shirts, pants, etc. The tie has horse bits on it, and I know horse bit loafers have always been a good seller for me, so I picked up the tie, and it went for, let's see, this went on an offer, $21.96. I send out 12% offers each morning. So you grab that out of the bin at Goodwill, go from $169 to $22. We are happy. This is a Sega Genesis game. I recently picked up a Sega Genesis lot off of Marketplace, or no, it wasn't Marketplace. It was Facebook. It was a Facebook buy-sell trade group, and this one went for $14.95, free ship. This is a really bad photo. I've had this shirt for a super long time. I'm not big on picking up Adidas pullovers, Nike dry fit pullovers. I'm not real big on picking stuff up with like the college teams and stuff. I know some people do well with it, but I will when it's something like Notre Dame that has a wide national appeal. I'll pick it up. But this shirt I sat on for a really long time, and it finally sold on a 12% offer that I sent out for $19.32. We have a Sony DVD recorder. I just featured this in a mini haul video where my neighbors were having a yard sale, and I walked up the street impromptu and bought 2 Sony units for $10 total. This was one of them. This was the good one. Probably shouldn't have bought the other one. Listed for just a day or two, and that went for full price, $89.95. Went free ship on it because these are actually pretty light. Yeah, $89.95 free ship. Had the original remote, worked and everything. And the thing about that is not just that it's a DVD player, it's a DVD recorder that can bring you some good money. We got a pair of Bonobos. My phone keeps turning it off before I'm ready to. Bonobos is a brand I've done well with um, in Chinos. I'm not a super big fan of buying many Chinos or just like kind of standard khakis. There's a couple brands I will look out for and pick up. Um, Bonobos being one of them. Their oh gosh, what's it called? Weekday Warrior line I've done well with. But these actually just sat for a super long time, and they finally sold on that 12% offer, $17.56, but the buyer paid shipping. Here we've got a PS2, PS3 Guitar Hero guitar, no dongle, as they pretty much always are when you find them out in the wild. I actually bought a PS3 lot, again off a Facebook buy sell trade. And this wasn't even in the picture. And as I started messaging the guy, he was like, "Oh, I've got a guitar too. I'll throw that in." I was like, "Sure." And he even said it doesn't have the dongle, so I knew that. But it still went for $42.95. That was with free shipping, and this was only listed for 2-3 days before it sold at full price. I think one thing that definitely helps them is they don't have all the stickers on them, and I don't know. I mean, if I find a wireless guitar no dongle in the thrift store, depending what it is, a lot of times I'm leaving it. Sometimes I pick it up, but I don't know. Maybe I should pick more up if I can get $42.95 for them. This is another game that came out of that Sega Genesis lot. That buy was pretty interesting. I guess they had just posted the Sega Genesis with games, and they wanted $50. I said, "Hey, I'll take it. I can come right now. Let me know." And I didn't realize they had just posted it, so they're like, "Yeah, we worked it out." I go over to get it, and they're like, "Yeah." So the guy right behind you um, was shocked that it had sold already, and he offered us 100. And I actually didn't know this game was in there. I just looked up a couple of the games, and I looked up the system, and I was like, "Yeah, $50. I can do this and make money." And so I said, "Well, I don't know. Do you want to take the 100? That's a lot more money than 50." They said, "No, no, no, no. Don't worry about it. $50 is cool." So I bought it, and so I knew there was something in there that must be awesome for someone to try to outbid me like that. And it was this game was Vapor Trail. I had never heard of it before. I had never played it before. I did play it when I tested it. It is a pretty cool game, but it's just like a plain shooter game. But I guess it's rare. Um, the last couple that had went for more like the 149 cartridge only. This game goes for like $70. I had the cartridge case and manual, and there were none complete listed, so I listed it high just to see what happened. And someone came along and bought it full price, $189.95. Free ship, of course. I sent it priority with extra insurance. Nice home run there. We got another Guitar Hero, Rock Band, whatever controller. This one's for Wii. I will almost always pick up the Wii ones when I come across them at the Goodwill or wherever I'm at, just because you don't have to worry about the whole dongle issue. You know, you put your Wiimote in there. I do like it to have the thing that goes on the back where the Wiimote goes in, but not a total deal breaker. And this one did. Also had no stickers. I took an offer on this. Someone sent for $30, and I just took it and brought the money in. Partially because they were close to me, so I knew it wouldn't eat too much on shipping. But I get these for usually $3.99, $4.99. I think this one was $4.99. We got a pair of pants, INC, a Macy's brand. I would never pick up, but this is new with tags. It came in a new with tags lot that I bought a long time ago. And I think this sold on an offer. No, this sold for full price, $18.95, plus they paid $7.50 shipping. They used a freight forwarder, so they probably weren't that concerned about the price. We've got an old lens cap. The brand is Fujika. I don't know. It's plastic, and it's a slip-on lens cap. And someone gave me $14.95 for it. We got a pair of Banana Republic Aiden fit Chinos. Not a big fan of buying chinos, like I said earlier. If you're gonna buy Banana Republic chinos, the Aiden fit does seem to be one of the better ones. This is one of those items though that was around for a long time, and someone just happened to catch it when it wasn't on sale, and they paid $18.95 plus the shipping $7.49. We got a nice plaid Pendleton necktie. Would have sold this. I would have listed this probably for closer to double that, maybe around $20. But it did have a couple of issues. It had a small pick, and there was actually a hole in it as well on the skinny end. So just listed it cheap. It cost me 50 cents. They had it tied at the time, so I didn't see the hole. I probably would have passed on it, but it cost me 50 cents, so I just listed it cheap, $12.95. And it actually moved super fast for a tie, less than 48 hours. We got another tie, Joseph A. Bank. Did this one sell on an offer? Yes. This one sold on my standard morning coffee, send out 12% offers. This went for $14.04. And I'm still constantly amazed at what you can sell Joseph A. Bank ties for. I probably still won't go grabbing them all for $1.69 and $1.99 and $3 and all that at my thrift stores. But if it's a nice looking tie, you can still sell it. We got a Ps3 game. I mentioned I picked up that Ps3 lot. A wrestling game, $14.95. I don't know. Do you consider a wrestling game a sports game? I guess, but if you do, then don't go into the all sports games are worthless camp, because a lot of the wrestling games will move pretty decently. I mean, you're not going to get hundreds of dollars usually, but they'll move pretty decently. If I can get more than $10 for a game that I got in a lot, I'm usually okay with that. So this went for $14.95, free ship. Here we have just the Wii Av Cable. I bought a Wii from a Salvation Army, and the Wii wound up not working, so it is listed as a parts for repair unit. But it was one Wii, but it had two power supplies, the cables, the sensor bar. So I just listed everything separately. The sensor bar sold right away. Now the AV cable has sold just $8 free shipping. They're not worth a lot. This was just in a haul video, and oddly enough, I said this is probably one of the worst things that I picked up. It actually sold pretty quickly. I priced it aggressively, just $17.95, and that is what it went for with free shipping. It is by the way, it's a Fender shirt. A lot of them are pearl snaps. A lot of them have super heavy embroidery and stuff like that. This one did not. It just had like a printed graphic on the back, like that. But it sold pretty quickly, and I don't know. I'm okay with $18. I actually grabbed another one today from a different store. Here we got a nice Polo Ralph Lauren, red, white, and blue, big pony polo with a crest opposite, and this did go full price, $34.95. It was an XL slim fit. Here we have another lens cap. This is a metal lens cap. I've sold a good many of these. They're not branded. They just say Japan on them. That's what the front looks like. That's what the back looks like. Not much to say. It's a lens cap. Again, $14.95. The vintage Japan metal lens caps people tend to want for whatever reason. Here we have not a fantastic sale. This is an old post office patch. This was in a box of other stuff. I don't even remember how I got it. And no one wanted it for a long time. I've got my older stuff on 40% off right now, and somebody bought it for $6, free shipping. So that's an exercise in futility right there, but it's fine. We have a lot of 3 CDs by The Who. If you've never looked into it, you might be surprised how well CDs can sell on eBay. Particularly, I mean, not individual discs, but I'll do 2 styles of lots. Either a lot of discs from the same artist, like we have here, or a lot of discs of the same genre, like 90s grunge or alternative or classic rock, country, whatever it is. 3 CDs, 5 CDs, 10 CDs. If I'm doing a genre lot, it's usually like 10 CDs. If I'm doing same artist, anywhere from 3 to 5, whatever you got. And I find quite often you can get between $3 and $5 per disc on the same artist lots, and around $2 per disc on the genre lots. And this was actually listed for only a couple hours and went for $12.95. Free ship, but goes media. We got another Sega Genesis game, Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition, and that went for $14.95. Free ship. Here we have a belt. Was very happy to find this. Don't find many good condition belts, but when you have a nice quality leather belt, the condition holds well over time. I did throw a little Doc Martens leather conditioner on it to make it look nice. And this was listed for about 3 days. I listed it a little high, and someone offered me $35 for it, and I was fine with that. And they were in the UK too, so they paid $11 for me to ship it over there. But yeah, there can be decent money in belts if you find the right stuff, just like everything else. And our very last item in our last 25 sold is this. The brand is Hudson Outerwear. It is an all-over print shirt with just this big King Tut looking face. It's got weird like pleather sleeves that zip off. I wore this in an earlier video to try to give it some good mojo, and it was in my I've had this for a long time 40% off sale, and someone finally bought it today for $18. I went back and looked. This was originally listed December 21st, 2018, so we're coming up on 2 GD years that this thing has been in my inventory. So happy to see it go. Still kind of surprised by the whole thing. It just seems like the type of shirt that you would want to pick up and flip. It's crazy, it's eye-catching and all that, but yeah, nobody wanted it. It is a men's small, so there's that. But yeah, that is out the door. So that is the last 25 things I have sold on eBay, which for me generally is about 4 or 5 days worth of sales. And like I said at the start, hopefully that gives you some ideas of the types of things to look out for when you're out there thrifting and picking and yard sailing. Oh, I was going to mention about the CDs. I don't really like thrift CDs. It's almost always junk. But if you are yard sailing and someone pulled out the box of CDs from the attic, it's usually worth it to say, hey, how much for all the CDs? And just pick up a giant box of them for $5-10. You can usually make some decent money off that. So, cheers. Hopefully that gives you some ideas. Subscribe and tell a buddy.